Hey crafts and curls, let's talk about our scalp. Are you taking care of your scalp? I certainly hope you are. Taking care of your scalp works on the outside, it works on the inside, it works both ways in all the ways, and it shows up in your hair, it shows up in your scalp, your skin, all things. Your skin is your scalp is your skin. So let's take care of it all. This is March. It's our last live, our first live, our last wash and go, Janae and Janae's last wash and go for March. Welcome to our 2024 curl vlog. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited to go live. And I always get in here and say, I'm going to make this quick. I'm just going to do it. How quick it happens, right? So in March, we had scalp care, scalp health focus, right? If you're joining for the first time, the first live for this year I'm going on a curl vlog journey, and each month I'm focusing on a certain thing and theme for my hair. And each month has a different theme. Each month has a different challenge. And I'm inviting you along the journey to focus on certain areas of your hair as well and share in this journey, or just to tune in, whatever suits you. I'm happy for you to be here either way. But you being here and you participating is great, is the best, the ultimate. So this is the month of March, and in the month of March, we focused on scalp health and scalp care. And I've decided to go live at the end of every month, in case you didn't know that. So here we are. Tomorrow's Easter. Resurrection Sunday. Resurrection Sunday. Bask in the greatness. Yes. So one of the things that I did for March one of the things that I wanted to do for the month of March was to take pictures of my scalp regularly in the same area so that I can kind of see, any changes that took place, if any changes took place. So I took pictures of the front hairline, of my temple area, the crown of my hair. It's parted a little bit differently now. And I took pictures of the sides. I don't even know where my parts are, if you could see that. But those are the very basic areas that I took pictures of in the same area along the way. So my goal was to take a picture every day or every other day, but yeah, I just didn't remember every day. So I took pictures of most days. And one of the things that I did notice was something that I forgot. I forgot that I had some moles in my scalp. And as I was taking those pictures, I noticed them, and I'm thinking, ooh, here's a new development. Oh my. But honestly, as time went on, and one day I was looking in my phone at some pictures from years ago, and guess what I saw? I saw those same moles. So they weren't new developments after all. But in fact, they were just rediscovered. So my alarm was calmed, all is well, and my scalp is still healthy. So that was good. A great discovery. And it was a discovery because, one, I was intentional with looking at my hair in different places. And you're never going to find anything new if you don't look at your hair in different places that you haven't looked in before. So if you're always wearing a middle part, you're not going to see what's going on around here. If you're always wearing a side part, you're not going to necessarily see what's going on in other places. So it's good to switch it up so that you can see different things that's going on in your hair. So that brings you up to speed with where we are. So I'm going to start warming up my water, which I should have done already, so we can start the saturation process. And this water is cold. And just so that you know, if you're watching for the first time, I have a mirror right here in front of me. I have a mirror over here to the right of me. And I have a mirror over here to the left of me. So if you see me looking around, I can see this side of my hair when I look this way, because I have a three-way mirror. I can see this side of my hair when I look this way because of this three-way mirror. So this actually helps me with the parts. You know, if I'm trying to part my hair or trying to do something specific, and it lets me see what's going on, like if I still have shampoo over there, if I still have product or residue or whatever. So having the three-way mirror is amazing. It's a game changer. You should have a three-way mirror in your shower as well. My water is now starting to get warm, but not warm enough to put in my head yet, so. Comment and let me know if this is your first time watching me go live in 2024. I'm curious to know. If you have watched me go live before, type in the number of lives that you've watched. It won't be too hard to remember because I've not gone live that much in 2024 as of yet. I mean, it's just March. So while this water is warming up, I'm going to go in with my sections because I have sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I go in with sections just so that I can make the process easier. My shampoo and condition and styling sessions easier. One thing that I forgot to do is put my gloves on. So I need to dry my hands so I can put my gloves on. I like to wear gloves for a few reasons. One reason being my ring. The next reason being my fingernails. And the third reason being product application and hair placement. The gloves makes it easier to smooth the product in and to place my hair somewhere and it doesn't like stick to my hands. So those are some of the reasons I like to wear gloves, and it seems like it makes the product go farther. Okay, so the water is warm now. Adding these gloves for protection. I highly suggest that you do. It will protect your hair and your nails and your hands and help you to get great styling. Okay, so now my ring's off. Okay, so now I'm going to section my hair back out. One thing about these gloves, though, it's hard to really feel what's going on, but looking at this part over here. I'll just use this down here. how that part came apart pretty easy. And then this part. Ta-da! So now I can wash my hair in 4 sections, these 3, and then the back. And I do separate the back a little bit more as well, but we'll do that once we get into styling. So I'm gonna take my glasses off for now. I won't be able to see if there's any comments, but let's go into saturating our hair since that's the very first step. And I think it's the most important step as well. Fully saturating your hair to remove all of the product that was on your hair from the last wash. All of the styling products that you used. We want to remove all of that so that we can start fresh. First, I'm going in with a spray to remove the majority. And then I'm going in with a higher pressure for more focused concentration. And to make sure we penetrate underneath. But we're not there yet. I can actually smell the strawberry hibiscus leave-in that was on my hair, that's on my hair now. It's like just add water to strawberries and I can smell it. The mirror allows me to see how the products foam up on my hair as I rinse it out. Mirrors are so helpful so that you can see what's really going on. Even though I don't have my glasses, I can still kind of see what's going on. And even in the back. One thing that I will say, it can feel kind of awkward. You have to get used to, one, having the mirror and holding the handheld shower head in a way to where you can still see. It can be effective and you can still see what's going on. And so now I feel that this section is saturated enough for me to kind of clip it away so that I can saturate the other parts. With the light pressure. The front of my hair, if I part my hair from ear to ear, the front half of my hair has a lower density than the back half of my hair. So my sides have more sparse density than this back section. And the middle section has sparse density because they also have a thinning area in the top of my hair. So now let's go in with this so I can see the product still coming on. One thing I'll say about this three-way mirror that I have, I did get it on Amazon, but it's not really a fogless mirror. Actually, I don't know if it was advertised as such, but when I use warm water, it does fog. But I can say that it does clear up pretty quickly. Like, it doesn't stay fogged forever. Plus, I can use my squeegee to remove the condensation. And doing the front section, I don't have the satisfaction of seeing all of the product released from my hair. So now you can go in with first shampoo. Another great thing for having your hair section when you apply shampoo and conditioner is that you can get it on your scalp and in between those parts. I'm going to start with the back again. Adding some more. I am taking the back and parting it in parallels and rubbing the shampoo on, and then parting in horizontal lines across this way and rubbing the shampoo on that way as well. So I'm just going around each section with shampoo really quick, and then I'm going to come back and work it in a lot better. Hey, Miss Kathy. I see Kathy's joining us. Hey, Miss Kathy. How is happy? Gorgeous, besides being gorgeous. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this section. When I say little, I mean little. And that did it. So now I'm actually going to go in with water and further shampoo these sections. Just adding a little bit of water so that we can get more lather. Miss Kathy says, trying to read without my glasses. Miss Kathy says, hey there. Your hair has gotten so long, it's beautiful. Thank you. Janae is definitely growing after our cut from November. She is definitely growing, and that's my mission for this curl vlog for 2024. This curl vlog is for, of course, healthy hair, but it's for growth as well, but it's to have fun. So I guess there's a lot of missions in this 2024 curl vlog. I hope to achieve all the things: health, growth, and happiness. Happiness from just styling in different ways and enjoying my hair journey, which I've always enjoyed my hair journey. What's allowing me to enjoy it even more is sharing it with others. That's always exciting to me as well, is sharing how magical our hair is and what it can do. So, yes. I'm just working in the shampoo here in the back section of my hair before I go to each other section. And I'm separating it into horizontal sections. I'm parting this way in 3 sections. So I'm on the second row here, and I can go in and just work the shampoo into my scalp and also pull it down my strands, because styling product is on our strands as well. And I'm working some detangling by rubbing and pulling my thumb through my hair. That helps me to detangle it as well, to start the detangling process anyway. And just being intentional with working it through on each side, because this is the first shampoo. I'm going to do another shampoo with honey hydration. Still focusing on my scalp and all the things. Since March is scalp care and scalp health month, definitely focusing on my scalp. So the moles in my head, like similar to the moles that I have on my face, birthmarks, I guess you can say. Actually, it wasn't a birthmark though. I haven't had it all my life. It just showed up. Like some things do show up over the years. And now that I'm in my 50s and in menopause and dealing with hormones and all those things, crazy things are happening that have never happened before. Moles in my head is one of them. Marks in my head is one of them. So I'm being intentional with cleansing that as well, because that's part of my skin and I want to keep it all healthy. As far as moles showing up in my head and other marks on my body, I have had some tags like on my neck before. Actually, I still have one right here. Not sure if you can see that very well. And it's protruded a little bit because I can like feel it. And I've had some other tags that I have had removed that were really protruding. I'm not really calling this a tag because it's not sticking out the same way, but I can still feel the difference. And you may be able to see it right here in my head. So, like I said, since March is scalp care month, I noticed it. But I think really the reason why I noticed it is because I've been wearing middle parts for about a couple of years and I forgot about it. So when I started parting my hair again in different ways, I saw it. I thought it was new, but then looked back at other pictures in my phone and realized that it wasn't new. So those discoveries like that happen when you change up your routine and change up your styles. You'll discover something that you forgot, like I did. But so now I'm just being intentional to check it, watch it, monitor it, and keep it cleansed, and keep it hydrated. So I'm working on the tangles in this section that I can feel. Making sure I get all of that edge control off that I used yesterday and the day before. And get it all off on this side as well. So March is scalp care month, and I'm able to go through the pictures that I did take and just see the progress of what my scalp has looked like over this month, which is pretty cool. I love taking pictures so that I can see the progress of my hair over time. And it's actually pretty cool to go back and look at pictures from years ago, even just from months ago or weeks ago, to see the progress and from whence you came. And if you don't take pictures, it'll be really hard to see the progress. Like this short hair right here, that's growth in my hair. And I believe that is from when I was doing scalp injections and adding topical in my hair from my prescriptions from my alopecia. And I want to share a little bit about that journey as well. Miss Kathy says, did you go to the doctor to have the skin tags removed? Yes, absolutely. I did not want to do any type of home remedies or home methods to have my tags removed. So yes, I did go to my doctor, and my doctor actually is really cool. So she included it into an office visit. So she had this little, she froze them off. So she had this little canister that she just kind of zapped each one of them. I think she gave me a little bit of numbing stuff beforehand, before she zapped them. And then she zapped each one of them, and they just, she pulled them off. Some of them were really protruding. Like I had some around my neck, and in this area, they were very irritating because they would always get caught in my necklaces whenever I wore necklaces. So that was so irritating. And this one under my chin that I had was irritating because, I'm always moving my neck, and it just, I don't know, was not in a good spot. It was on a fold or something. It wasn't in a good spot. So the ones that I removed were causing me issues and definitely needed to go. I did have scarring on my face for quite some time after that. And what it looked like I had some type of an outbreak. It looked like I had a chickenpox outbreak or something, because it was like very red. And there was one on my face that I had gotten rid of too. So it was very red for quite some time afterwards, but obviously you can see that went away over time. But I'm glad that I did it, and I would do it again. Because mine grow. I mean, it came from nowhere and then got bigger. So if I need to do it again, I would. And that, these and the ones in my head have nothing to do with the alopecia that I had. Oh, it got cold quick. But my alopecia, I had have two different kinds. Scarring alopecia. That's cool. I can't even pretend. Oh, I can't even pretend that that's not cool. I have scarring alopecia, and the other one was, I always forget the name of the other one. Well, for the scarring alopecia, the what do I want to call it? The treatment. The treatment was scalp injections for the scarring alopecia. And I do have a video here on my first visit for scalp injections. And I'm going to share the other visits as well, just so that you have some type of information if you've never had injections before. I share my experience at the doctor's office and show you what it looked like before and after. Even before I started with the scalp injections, they did a scalp biopsy. Actually, I think the scalp biopsy is the video that I have here on my YouTube channel. I don't think I've shared any of the scalp injection videos here on my YouTube channel, so I'm going to share those. I've only shared those in the Curl Mix Facebook group, which is a private community, and probably why I felt so comfortable sharing it in there is because it's a wonderful private community of natural hair people that share their experience and share their journeys and are very supportive. A very supportive community. Miss Kathy knows that. She says, are scalp injections over, or are you still doing them? So that's one of the things that I wanted to share here as well. So I actually stopped the scalp injections that were for the scarring alopecia. I think the other alopecia was androgen. It was androgenetic, something like that. And the treatment for that type of alopecia was a topical that I had to put on every day and an oral that I had to take every day. And I did those for 3 months as well as the injections, and then I stopped taking both of those, or all of it. I stopped all of it actually. And one of the reasons that I stopped is because the treatment was just too much. Meaning, it was too much on my body. Like all of the side effects that they say comes from the topical and the oral, I think I had all of them. I just couldn't take it. My body couldn't take it. I don't necessarily think any of the side effects that I had in my body came from the injections, from the scalp injections. I don't necessarily think they attribute it to anything, but I stopped everything after I lowered the dose. I did lower the dose first, just to see if it was just too strong. And that made a little bit of a difference, but like I was still like, it was just, I can tell it was a total hormonal imbalance. I was always tired, always heavy. I just felt sad. I felt depressed and irritable and bloated and just couldn't stay out of the bathroom. And it was just, like I said, it was just too much going on that I didn't think was efficient enough trade-off for having thin areas in my hair. Honestly, I've lived with the thinning in the crown of my hair for years. And when I joined the Curl Mixer group, I was encouraged to go to a dermatologist and just check it out and get more information, which I'm all on board with learning about your body and going to the specialist to see what's going on. So I wanted to try the treatment. And I think if you're on those treatments over a period of time, 30, 60, 90 days to 6 months and 12 months, you can see results. And I have seen other people in other small private groups that I'm in see results over time. And I think I would see results over time as well. But like I said, it's not worth the trade-off for me in feeling horrible for a year just to have more hair. So hopefully that makes sense. So I've actually gone back to other treatments that I was doing before the prescription treatment. So I still have some of the topical ointment left and some of the oral meds left. So if I ever got an inkling to go back and use some, but maybe spread it out over a longer period of time, like not using it every day, if I wanted to just use it like more sparingly, I could do that and see how it would help me, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. The meds don't expire yet, or haven't expired yet, so there's still a chance for me to go back and do that if I choose to. So this is the Honey Hydration Shampoo. I'm gonna go back around here and massage my scalp and work it through my strands. And you can definitely tell that your hair is absorbing the shampoo and is getting hydrated from the shampoo by just looking at your hair. And if I pull my hair down, I can see I pull it this way and it's breathing, it's going this way. It's forming its coils and curls. Kathy loves the shampoo. Me too. Oh my goodness. So I love the Masters Collection shampoo with Curl Mix for its all-purpose mild clarifying properties. Like I can wash my hair with that shampoo after having anything in my hair and it feels clean, but not strict clean. But then when I add the Honey Hydration Shampoo, luxurious, as you know, Kathy. It feels simply amazing. And there's so much slip with the Honey Hydration Shampoo as well. I'm able to run my fingers through my hair, even after just the shampoo. And that's pretty cool. And with my hair having these deep S-wave patterns, I can actually feel the pattern, the wave, so to speak, in my curls as I'm washing it or as I'm putting any of the stylers on. And I think I have learned that's a way that I can tell how a product is going to do in my hair as far as a styler. If I can feel my curls before I'm even using a styler, or even when I'm using a styler, I know that my hair likes it because it is doing what it does naturally, curling and coiling up, which they say shrinking hair is healthy hair, right? Kathy says they work well together. I concur. I agree wholeheartedly. And I think I have gotten all of the edge control out. Let's work on the back. Part this in the middle. So, yeah, for my scarring alopecia, like I said, I may give it a while and go try them later on this year. I don't know. Maybe this summer to see if I can use them for once a week rather than every day. I don't know how to start it back, if I start it back. But I know if I ask my dermatologist, she's probably going to say, just come back, get back on your routine. But I'm not necessarily ready for that. So some of the products that I have used for March, in this March scalp care, scalp treatment month, I've been using the Masters Collection. Like I said, I love the Masters Collection shampoo and conditioner because they're great all-purpose / clarifying shampoo, and the conditioner is amazing, has amazing slip. And you know, if the shampoo has slip, the conditioner has to have crazy slip, which it does. We have had Masters Collection, the light hold, Masters Collection, the heavy hold, and I used that with the Foxy Brown, no, not heavy, Masters Collection, ultra hold. I used that with Foxy Brown color wax. And it was great. I have used the pineapple gel and leave-in this month. That was amazing. I've used the protein conditioner and leave-in. That was amazing. The protein conditioner and leave-in was actually inspired by you, Kathy, when you came in the Curl Mix group and showed your slick back look. I think you used that and you pulled it back into a bun with a claw clip. That inspired me to use that combo, and it was I think I had a 2 pony puffs after using that combination. So thank you for that. And then the strawberry hibiscus leave-in with the Maui deep conditioner. Those two are faves as well. I really love a good deep conditioner and leave-in because I have been alternating my wash and goes, one with shampoo and one with just conditioner and leave-in, because Janae loves a soft set. I'm not a big fan of using a lot of products, and I'm not a big fan of hard hair. Even before I started using Curl Mix, I only used one product, and it was mainly because I like to have movement in my hair, and I like to do things with it. I like for my hair to be versatile and be flexible. So after I learned how to use Curl Mix and the 4-step system, because this is the first time I've ever put 4 things in my hair, and to me that was a lot, but I understand why, and I love the results. So now that I know that I can achieve those results, I can experiment more with achieving more with less. So Wednesdays are my conditioning wash days, and Saturdays are my shampoo days. And for the month of, for this year, 2024, with having a different theme and a different challenge for every month, I've kind of adopted each month's theme and been trying to carry it into the next month and just into my routine in general. So for example, in January, it was all about hydration, and my goal was to have 8 washes in a month. We didn't start the year out with 8 washes. We started with 7, but it was still successful. So each month I try to have 8 washes. In February, was focusing on curl love and sharing my story. And I have a list of questions that I answered to share my story. And if you've not seen the answers to that, you can find it in the shorts. If you're interested in what the questions were, you can find those in the community tab here on YouTube. And since then, I like to still share a little bit about my curl story each month. Hence, sharing about my alopecia journey. I'm going to have to part this in the middle, just to make it easier to rinse. Oh yeah, I got it all. And then so for March, scalp care and scalp health, we're carrying that on into every month too by massaging the scalp, making sure to check it out, just to look at it, see what's going on in different areas. And that's why I think it's important to wear different hairstyles, to give you a chance to see your scalp in different areas that you may not look at all the time. Just like me, I forgot that I had those marks in my temples because I'm always wearing a middle part. But when I switched it up, I was like, oh yeah, I need to keep watching that and see what's going on with it. And we're carrying that on as well. those are some of the lessons that I've learned this month. In the bowls that I'm taking to April. Now we're going to condition. Kathy says, this is how much conditioner we're starting with. Miss Kathy says, what kind of gloves are they? I cut my finger and need to use gloves until it heals. Oh no! Yeah, you definitely need to cover your hands if you have a cut, for sure. These are, I want to say these are vinyl gloves. I got them from Amazon as well. And I can share a link. These are, I got some rubber gloves, but to me, they felt like rubber bands and they were like really pulling. And it was too much tension on my hair. But these are a lot lighter. They're like very smooth and very thin vinyl, so they slide a lot easier, and I love that. I'm so excited that I found them. Kathy says she loves the soft holds because she can switch it up, the movement. Yes, the movement is your favorite benefit. I absolutely agree. And I absolutely understand. I have that same sentiment. Same sentiment for sure. So this is the conditioner applied to this first section. And while I think that Bantu will stay there, I'm still gonna add the clip. Just gonna add some water before I add conditioner to the side sections. This much because my hair loves it. Miss Kathy says, looks like the injections worked. Your scalp part looks full. I think, okay, so here's my thoughts on that. Whenever I would go to the dermatologist for my scalp injections, I'd always do a fresh wash and go the day before my treatment so that one, you know, I can present fresh hair, and I had my middle part so that it could easily lead to the area that was thinning. So I think this goes back to what I said before about taking pictures and tracking your growth visually so that you can really see what's going on. I couldn't really tell anything was happening. I created a Trello board. I'm actually going to share a video on my Trello board as well in my YouTube. I have it uploaded, but I haven't released the video yet. So I created a Trello board and took pictures every day and tracked when I took my medications every day. And I have that tracker so that I can go back and see over a period of time what the progress actually looked like that was going on in my scalp. And I must say that really helped me. I must also say that I really don't feel that I saw a big difference, but I know there was a difference made. And the reason why I say that is because I have these little hairs in different places. So what I think is that, you know, when I had the scalp injections done, they were done here, but they were also done like, you know, in different areas of my head. So, yep, I just did that. In different areas of my head. So I think the areas of my scalp that were receptive to it grew hair. So I think that certain area of my hair, my scalp, is just not gonna grow hair back, if that makes sense. So I think it worked where it could, and the area where I was most focused on it working, I don't know that it will come back, or if so, it would just take a lot longer. So hopefully that makes sense. So the things work, but they work on areas of your hair that is more susceptible to it working. I think I may not have follicles in certain areas where there's even a possibility for it to grow back. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm gonna finish this conditioner here. Usually what I've been doing for this year on Saturdays when I have my shampoo wash and go, I detangle with a brush. On Wednesdays when I have my conditioner wash and go, I just finger detangle. So today, we'll, I guess, going along with my routine, it should be a brush detangle. Kathy says her hair has a mind of its own. Yes. They are their own entities for sure. Yes. So now I am creating my 3 horizontal sections in the back. To make it easier to detangle. I don't think I finished my complete thought, but one of the things that I was going to say when you're saying that that area looks fuller, the parting, styling of your hair and parting of your hair can make a world of difference. So where the biggest thinning area is inside this front section of my hair. If I part my hair from here to here and pull it back, you will be able to see the thinning. So what I have done is I just parted my hair a little bit farther back to kind of cover up the area that was thinning. So when I show and share, you know, some of my wash and goes, one of the reasons that it looks fuller is because it's not showing. So thank you for saying that. That shows me and tells me that styling of your hair makes a big difference in what it looks like. So now I'm going to go into detangle. I have conditioner everywhere in my hair, and I just go back, add a little bit of water, and detangle each section. Kathy says I was looking at the crown, the top part when you bent forward. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the part is kind of behind the area. But thank you, Kathy. That's good to hear. Thank you so much for saying that. I have been wanting to get one of those unbrushes. I got this brush as a free gift, and I actually got like 5 different colors as a free gift. And I got it as a free gift when I bought a basin to do my sister's hair. When I do my sister's hair, I use a sink basin so she can sit down and lean back. And it came with like 4 or 5 new brushes. And I was like, that brush wasn't going to do anything. I'm not going to use that. This brush works so good. It works so good, and it's so flexible, and it's a lot easy to use. But it's still making me think of the unbrush because it kind of looks similar to me as that. And so one day I'll probably try it. When I detangle my hair, it fluffs it up like this. So I go back in and squish to distribute that conditioner, and I go back in and I rub my hands through and my fingers, and this kind of helps to clump it back together. Because if I were to just do that, just detangle it and not do this, my curls would have a harder time clumping together. So that's one of the things that I do when I detangle. And I'm just going to twist this one. I've also noticed too that when I started using Curl Mix in 2022, in the Curl Mix method, the process that I used then versus the process that I use now is different. The Curl Mix method is basically, you know, steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 in that order, and making sure that your hair is fully saturated, that you're doing your hair on completely wet hair. And I still do the Curl Mix method. I still do that. But some of the changes are, like, for one, bigger sections, like 4 sections. Well, this back part will still be subsections, but to be able to work through 3 sections of my hair, and sometimes just 2, I wasn't able to do that in the beginning. And the reason I can do that now is because my hair is way more hydrated. So regular routines, regular hydration helps with being able to do more with your hair and having more flexible hairstyles. It has helped me anyway. So if I do come in and do lots of smaller sections, I mean, detangling is a breeze for sure. So, I mean, I think that's just a cool thing that I've noticed. Kathy says, I love the unbrush. You should try it. It works for every type of hair. Oh, you have it? Oh, yes. I want to get one. Did you get yours from Amazon? Or where did you get yours? Because I've actually seen the same brush, unbrush, but with different names. I've seen it called the unbrush. I've seen it called Nor Jane. And I've seen it from some other stylists that have their own version of it with yet another name. But where did you get yours? Miss Kathy? I'm actually going to separate this one into do this part first. You know, one of the things that I make sure you get the original unbrush. I got mine off Amazon. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I wanted to go to Amazon to get mine, to look for it. So now that you said that, you have confirmed my thoughts. I will definitely get it from Amazon so that it can be the original thing. I think I just got a piece of hair schlepped in my eye. One of the things I was going to say, I think it's interesting. I have this thought for my hair. I feel like, actually, I'm not going to twist that one because I'm going to part that in the middle. For me, I don't know if anyone else feels this, but I feel like I ask a lot of my hair during shampoo time. So like, you know, how we want our hair to clump up and form the curls, to clump together, right? And our hair is clumped after the wash and go and it settles in, and then come time to wash it, it's time to detangle. So we're like, break it up, stop that clumping, separate, break it up. We tell them to break it up, right? And then we turn right back around and we tell them to clump back together. Our hair is probably like, what do you want from me? Do you want me to separate or do you want me to clump together? And for us, we're like, I want all the things. I want you to separate so that I can make sure that I get rid of anything that's dead. One of the reasons why I like detangling with the brush. I don't want any dead things in my hair. Any shed hair that is not attached, I don't want it in there. So I think the best way for me to get it out is with a brush. I don't feel that I'm able to do this with my fingers. Do this meaning get rid of all of this shed hair, dead hair with just my fingers. Like all that wouldn't come out in my hands. So I don't want to sacrifice having dead hair in my head by not using a brush. So that's why I detangle at least once. I was detangling every time I wash with a brush. But then I go back and I just comfort my hair by squeezing it together and saying, y'all can get back together now. You can congregate in your groups so that you can clump back together. I just thought that's interesting. We detangle and tell our hair to separate, and then we tell it to clump right back up. Right? When I have my glasses on, I don't always see the shed hair. But then when I go back and watch the video, sometimes I'm like, girl, why didn't you get that loose curl that's been dangling for the whole video? Dangling in your face. So I can't see everything without my glasses. This has all been detangled. I'm gonna sit here while I go to these. So the back has 3 sections, which I'm gonna separate into 2. Add some water. And detangle. Miss Kathy, if you're still on here, I just want to say I love your haircut. And I totally understand that the changes in how you style your hair and even how you do your wash and goes, it's so different when you go from having, a longer length hair to having shorter hair. And that's a drastic change when you go from long to short. If you're going from short to long, it usually happens over a period of time, so you gradually adjust. But as you're going from long to short, it's an adjustment. So I get it. I've had to adjust to this back section and just how to hold my hands, how to manipulate it, how to handle it, because it's different. And when it's shorter, in the beginning, it doesn't seem quicker because you're learning it. But after you learn it, it's definitely quicker over time than dealing with longer hair. And when I'm detangling, I like to hold my hair in different directions and kind of groom it down before going all the way through. It's a workout. It's an arm workout. It's definitely an arm workout. And I have found that the cleaner my parts are, the less snagging I will have from other sections. So I'll be catching hair from other places when I'm detangling. And Miss Kathy says, yes, I've been on the struggle bus. You will learn it very soon. Happy in her humility will help you to learn what she now wants you to do to her. Now in this middle section, adding more water to hydrate the conditioner, making it easier to get through. Smooth it with my fingers first. And I have noticed that when I detangle once, I seem to have more shed hair when I detangle once. But it could be still the same in that if I'm detangling twice, it's split between both with the brush. If I'm detangling with the brush twice a week, it's split between the wash and goes. If I'm detangling once a week, it's only in the one wash and go. So that's why I'm still convinced that I'm not able to get all of my shed hair out that needs to come out with just my hands, with my fingers. I have to have a tool to get those. Right? Miss Kathy says, it's been fun trying all the styles I'm used to wearing, and it's growing so fast. Yes, it is fun because it's like you're doing the same thing, but you're getting different results because your hair is totally different, right? Yeah, it is fun. And happy grows really fast. Our hair is magical. It's so versatile and it can do all the things, which leads me to share about April, what I'm going to be focusing on next month. Excuse me. Miss Kathy says, my hair is less hydrated because of the gloss. Oh, okay. But I think I got back balance now. Oh, so the gloss the gloss wasn't to cover up your color, right? You cut all your color off, right? Was the gloss a form of treatment for your hair? Or was the gloss like, what was the gloss? not sure what that was for, or what, what people use that for. I've never had gloss. I don't know what that is. What is gloss? Do share. But I'm glad to hear that even though you have used that, your hair is now getting back balanced, back to what she's used to. That's good. And it sounds like it didn't take long for that to happen either, for Happy to get back on track. Because you just cut it not too long ago. So that's cool. So I am So while I'm trying to decide what style I'm gonna do for today, I'm gonna share with you what I'm gonna focus on in April. April is going to be spring refresh, spring style refresh, spring hair refresh. You can say it that way. And what that means is we're going to be trying new styles for spring. Still incorporating the things that I've learned from January, February, and March. But for spring, it's going to be refresh, style refresh, meaning we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun this spring with new styles. And Miss Kathy is saying, okay. I covered the gray and the ombre color and the highlights with gloss. Oh, okay. So the gloss is like a dark, the dark color that you have on there. Gotcha. Okay, because you were not liking the highlights, the gray highlights that you have covered up. I gotcha. Then I decided to cut all the color. The gloss is for covering permanent color when it's old and you don't want to. Okay. The gloss is to cover color when you don't want to cut the color out. Thanks for sharing that. I never knew that's what that was. And the gloss is permanent. That's interesting. My sister is actually trying to color her hair a like platinum color. She said it wasn't silver, it's more platinum. And she's had to go back a couple of times because the color wasn't light enough. So I wonder if a gloss would work for her, even though it's going lighter. Interesting. So we have detangled everything now. I think I'm just gonna put a clip on this back section. And then I'm gonna take out all of these clips so that all of my twists, minus this clipped one in the back, can just hang out while I rinse it out. I have a product scene in my shower. I'm not gonna say crime scene, I just say a product scene because it's all over. And get my shed hair off and over here. That's cool. As Kathy says, oh, I read that one. So we're done with this brush. Shampoo and conditioner is now finished. We can move on to styling after rinsing. So the stylists that I'm using today, honey and honey. Since we use honey hydration shampoo, I'm following with the honey gel and the honey mango moisturizer after everything is rinsed. Okay, I think we are all rinsed. As Kathy says, the gloss has no chemicals in it. It's a demi-permanent color. It rinses out after so many washes. Oh, okay. It deposits tone into the strands, but it doesn't lift or lighten. Oh, okay, so she wouldn't be able to use that because she's trying to lighten her hair. The formulas are also free of bleach and ammonia, so they won't damage the hair. Oh, okay, healthy. It's healthier. Gotcha. Gotcha. So one of the things that I'm going to do today, I think we're going to do a reverse wash and go today, which is where I add the gel before the moisturizer. And I'm going to do that starting in the front of my hair just to make it a little bit easier to rinse as well. And I think I'm going to start inside if I want to do a part or in the middle or a twist. I think I'll just wait till next month to start my twist. So next month for the April Style Refresh, the theme for April is Style Refresh. So the challenge for April is new styles. So for every wash and go that I have, I'm going to do a new style. And I'm thinking that it's going to be a fun month. April's going to be a fun month with new styles. So I'm going to be doing flat twists, twist outs, and curl formers, and flexi rods, foam rods. So I'm going to have a lot of spring, fuller, bigger curls that are different than my deep S-wave pattern. So my curls are going to be bigger and fluffier. I like fluffy hair. And since I'm going to do that, I think that this will just be a regular wash and go with the side part. And I'm going to cover up this, so I'm going to have my part on this side. So it's going to be like this. Yes. And in doing that, I start out by clipping both sides so that I know which twists I've already done, and then I can start in the front and work my way back. And I usually work in symmetry, like what I do on one side, I do on the other side as well. So this is going to be a regular wash and go. There's not going to be any twisting, there's not going to be any bantu knotting. It's just going to be a regular wash and go, our last wash and go for March. Because in April, the wash and go is going to be the base of other styles. Or I'm just going to do twists and twist out and curly, and ooh, it's going to be so much fun. Miss Kathy says, I am doing that as well. Twist outs and roller sets for April. Yay! Yes! It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited to see yours. I'm excited to see what Happy's going to do. So on one of those, I'm going to experiment with just trying intentionally to get a fro, to get Janae to, with this length in the front, it's hard for Janae to stand up. So I have to add foam rods or twists so that with the curls, it will allow her to, gradually stand up a little bit more. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to hear you're doing it too. Yay. So now we're adding the gel. So each section, I'm going to fully hydrate it, make sure the conditioner is rinsed out again. Before adding the gel. Ooh, so hot. Oh, come on now. What's going on here? This gel is, I haven't used this in a while, so it's acting up. So I'm going to start with this much gel. And emulsify it. Janae is too long to stand up now. Yeah. She needs help standing up. That's why the foam rods and the bantu knots and all of that help to give her volume to stand up. So yeah, she needs help. She does. I haven't done a reverse wash and go in a while. And as I'm adding this product, I could stop here I usually don't. Maybe I will. Nah. Tomorrow's Easter. I'm gonna add more. So usually after I rub in the first, little section of gel, I add more water, but I have it on this drizzle setting. Not on this, not on this, on the drizzle setting, so that I can quickly pass it over my hair. And as you can see, it's not dripping. The gel is holding it in there, and I'm just squeezing it in to distribute it. And I'm gonna add more gel and try not to drop it all. So I'm adding more gel and distributing it by squeezing it. And that's more of what I want it to look like. I want it to look heavier like this. Yes. So what I like to do is I like to put one styling product all over my hair to let it marinate, and then come back and do the other styling product all over my hair. So when I do the gel, or whatever I put on first, I then band to knot this section so that it can hold in the moisture until I get back to it. And then we go to the other section. And do the whole thing all over again. Make sure all of that conditioner is gone. Then we take the twist out and make sure it's hydrated. Ready for the first 3 pumps of gel. See, with the Bantu knot, Janae can stand up. She can't stand up by herself, but with a little bit of assistance, she can reach for the stars. Yes, with having this bob cut, where Janae is longer in the front and shorter in the back, it allows me to do 2 styles in one. And the very last style that I did, the wash and go and the flat twist in the front with the Bantu knots, that was a perfect, 2 styles in one. Because I can wear, the back was a wash and go, the front were flat twists. I parted from ear to ear, the back was a wash and go, and the front was, I had 6 twists going all the way back. I could wear those 6 twists going all the way back. And at the end, they were Bantu knotted. I could wear it like that. Or I could take the flat twist out, and since it's long in the front, it basically covers the back, and it's like a curly hairdo as well. That's another benefit from having a bob cut. You can still be flexible with what you want to do and have multiple styles in one. But, you won't learn any of that unless you are willing to experiment. Experimenting is fun. It's been a while since I've used this honey gel. That's probably why it didn't want to come out. But I love what it's doing. And now I can twist this one. up. Go on to the next. Miss Kathy says, I love that style. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. And it's so versatile. It could really last for more days, but with my mission for 2024, my goals are more important than the style lasting for 10 days or 7. So it could. But that's coming up. That's going to be a theme in May. I guess this is kind of a sneak preview. My theme for May is protective styles, and in that month I'll be wearing styles where I'm only washing once a week. So my midweek wash for May is going to be, we're going to do away with it. So I'm going to be wearing like twists, like twisting my own hair. And I'm not sure what else I'm gonna do, but the styles that I wear will intentionally last for a week. A little sneak preview of what's coming in May, but not there yet. Ooh, this is so juicy. Look at that weight. I love it. Every time I stop using a Mix product for a while and then I go back to using it, I'm like, oh my God, why did I stop using this? Because they're all so good in their own way. Like now, using this mango, I'm like, oh my God, this is so good on my hair. But in full transparency, it really depends on how hydrated your hair is. This was great on dehydrated Janae, but on hydrated Janae, OMG, it is a world of difference. It's like night and day. And working it in is so much easier. Working it in vertically, horizontally, separating my curls, massaging it in. Makes all the difference. Make sure I get these sideburns coated and covered. I can just feel the weight of the water in my hair. So some of the styles that I'm going to do, or that I'm thinking about doing, you know, I don't want to make it too complicated, but honestly, you can do similar base styles and have different styles within that base. Like from your wash and go, you can actually have so many different styles after that. So there's 4 Wednesdays in April and 4 Saturdays. So that's how I came up with the idea of having 8 different styles, a base of 8 different styles that I try in April. So I think I'm going to try twist that start in my crown and come to the front. So like I'm gonna, like this section will probably be 1 twist. I'll start here and twist out, and do that all the way around. And then I'll start from the hairline and twist to the crown and do that all the way around. The direction of your twist is amazing, how just by changing the direction it can change, you know, the way the curls fall and the way the curls look. And then I'll have some that start from the part and go down here and go down and here and go over and then back. And I'm going to do curl formers. I haven't done those in a while. I have the spiral curl formers, and I also have the wave curl formers. I've never used the wave ones, actually. I've used the spiral ones over the years a lot of times, you know. I don't do it often within the year, but I've done them at least once a year. So I'll be excited to try the wave curl formers. Coach Kathy, have you ever used curl formers? I'm curious to know if you've ever used curl formers. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't had a need. I mean, I'm not gonna have a need, but that's the only way that I can get larger curls in my hair or waves in my hair if I'm adding rods or something that's gonna, you know, stretch out my hair. Oh, how's the weather here? Here, we have had some thunderstorms, but it's sunny today. Today is a very sunny day. Our temperatures have been like, I guess, in the 60s and 70s. Sometimes we'll get down to 40s in the evening or at night, but it's kind of typical spring weather for Texas, for the Dallas area of Texas, kind of typical spring weather. Even though we've had some rainy, tropical type days, thunderstorm days, but it's kind of warm. 70s are our highs here of late. I'm not sure what's going to be like next week. But this Holy Week, it's been like in the 60s and 70s during the day. The weather determines what style I wear. Oh, I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. I tried them, but I couldn't get them in. Happy was not happy. Well, that totally makes sense because when I first tried them, it was pretty awkward. The wand that they give you, that big long surgical looking wand, it can be kind of intimidating at first when you first use it, but so I get it. And if you don't get it right coming through, you can snag your hair, and that can definitely deter you from ever trying it again. So I definitely understand your sentiment with not having a good experience the first time and being like, but they work great when when you get them on track, when you get your hair coming through there on the right track. They work amazingly. And it's so cool that, just like a roller set, that you can put those in on crinkly hair like this and come out with smooth hair that looks like you just pressed it, that looks like it's been flat ironed and so shiny. When I did curl formers, I used the 4-step system. I used all 4 steps, including the gel, but I added a mousse at the end, and Janae loved it. It was so shiny. And of course it lasts because wash and goes last great, so that lasted great too. I didn't expect anything less as far as it lasting. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. That tool, yeah, it's intense. It's intense if you're off track. Miss Faithfully Melanie says hello. Hello. Welcome to our live, my last wash and go for March. We are now on gel, but I'm doing a reverse wash and go. And I like to put the gel all over, twist it up in bantus so it can marinate, and then go back in with the next step. And this just happens to be a reverse wash and go, which is why I'm putting the gel on first. Otherwise, we'd be putting the moisturizer on first. And Janae is loving the honey mango just as much as she loved the honey hydration. Do you have a side of your hair that is your favorite? As I'm working on this side, I just thought about that question because I do. It's not this side. It is this side. My right side of my hair is my favorite because it is always behaving and it doesn't take long to drink up the product, whatever I'm putting on it. It gets hydrated easily. It clumps together without me asking twice, and it stays defined. This side is actually behaving pretty good today. Like, this side is clumping together pretty good. She's showing out just because I said that she's my favorite side. It's like she's trying to show out. But I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her. I'll put this clip in here. But this side, right behind my ear, right here, is my favorite side because it always clumps together so good and gets hydrated so well. And hopefully she behaves today. Miss Faithfully just ordered Brown Sugar Baby. Brown Sugar Baby what? Gel, conditioner, moisturizer, all of it. Yeah, I love that one too. I love brown sugar. Your hair is gonna smell sweet. It's gonna smell so good. So good. My right side behaves better also. Yours too? I wonder if that's because, well, I'm right-handed. Are you right-handed? I wonder if that's because that's my dominant side and it like, I'll work it out more. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but yeah, this side is the best at behaving. Kathy's left side, oh, is a problem child. Yes. You haven't used the Brown Sugar Baby before, you're gonna love it. You are going to love it. When I first used Brown Sugar Baby, it's kind of like actually this honey gel that I'm using. I haven't used this in a while. I've been stuck on some of my other favorites, and I haven't used this in a long time. But I've never had any issues with this. I haven't used Brown Sugar Baby in a long time either. When I first used the Brown Sugar Baby gel, I did have some glaze. If you don't know what that means, I'm referring to like glazed donut. So like I had a little bit of buildup, and I'm not sure if that was from the moisturizer or if it was from the gel, but it only happened the first time. After the first time, I realized that I needed to play with the ratios, and after I played with the ratios, then it didn't happen again. And that happened also when I used the Ultra Hold. The Ultra Hold sometimes gives me the donut glaze look too. The Ultra Hold is a totally different formula though. It's so much stronger and more concentrated than all the other flaxseed gels. And the last time I used the Ultra Hold, I actually used Foxy Brown color wax in between to cover up the glaze. So I actually had the best of both worlds. I had like a double gel and an Ultra Hold, and no white glaze because it was covered up with the brown wax. That's a little insider tip for you if you want to cover up some residue. First, check your water ratios. But if you still want to use the amount of product that you want to use, go in with some Foxy Brown wax to cover it up. While you're doing your wash and go, not afterwards. That's what I have done. This is the last section for gel. Just making sure we get all that conditioner out. How much gel I'm using back here. Faithfully Melanie says, I love the honey gel. Yes, me too. And I was going to say, I don't know of anyone that I don't like, but in the beginning, I was not a fan of this. When my hair was not hydrated, the strawberry hibiscus leave-in conditioner did nothing for my hair. But now, it's one of my favorites. It is like I can use it by itself now. You know, after the conditioner, I use the strawberry hibiscus leave-in, and it does amazing. It gives me great hold. It leaves my curls soft. And I can do multiple styles inside of it, so it's amazing. So really what all that boils down to, in my opinion, is that once you get your hair hydrated, once you learn how to do all of, you know, the steps in your hair, the steps meaning saturating it to remove all of the previous product, cleansing it to make sure that you have a fresh, clean base of no products to start with, and then the conditioner and the styling products that give you the look that you want. Once you learn how to do all of that, you can really use any product. I believe that. This is still part of my favorite side. This side is showing out because I talked about it. It's like, I do good things too. Yes, you do, hon. You're doing good things right now. I've also found that the way you work through your hair leaves a different result. Like if I work the product in my hair this way, Janae's gonna lay, more flat. If I work the product this way, by raking my hands through like this, she's gonna elevate and stand out even more. So you'll learn different things about your hair once you play with it. We are finished with the gel. So I'm just gonna rinse my hands off so that I can go in with the moisturizer, and that will be it. So I'm so excited about April. I think that I try to do different styles anyway to not be stagnant and to learn different things about my hair. But April's gonna be fun. We're doing that on purpose. And for the entire month. Yay. Kathy says the back of Happy is a totally different texture. It's much silkier. Yes, I can relate to that too, because the back of Janae is totally different. Much, much silkier, just like you said. It's crazy how that happens. Even Mr. Smith's hair, he's salt and pepper everywhere, but in the nape of his neck, it's a lot darker and that silkier hair. And my sister is the same way. salt and pepper everywhere in her hair, but the nape of the neck is a lot darker in that tender, silkier section. Okay, so now we're going in with the moisturizer, but instead of, working from front to back, now I'm working from back to front so that I can be ready to just have the style done. I should have showed you how much I used. I'm not using too much. My three-way mirror is a lifesaver. Allows me to come in and see all the things from every angle. Like when I look over here, I can see this. I can see all of this in the back. But now I want to look in the front so that I can see how these are like. This way. I'm using a pump and a half for this section. And I'm not adding any more water because it's still very heavy. You can see it's dripping with water, so I think I have plenty of water in here. I just need to work the moisturizer in. And to do it like section by section. I think I'm going to use another pump and a half. This section is about the same size. I'm rubbing it all in, getting it off from between my fingers. And then squeezing it just to make sure that it distributes in between, and running my thumb through to make sure it gets everywhere. And as you can see, it's already separating on its own. So I just pull it down in sections and let it drop. But if I have to smooth something, I will smooth that back over. And I like to place my hair down rather than dropping it down because my curls will bounce and just get wonky. And it helps me to be able to better fluff and separate during styling. This part I added 2 pumps because I'm getting up to the crown. That's what it looks like rubbed in. This is a bit bigger, and it's my crown. It's not as behaving. But maybe it will be because I'm talking about it. So I'm gonna stretch this in half. Focus on this bottom part. I don't want to squeeze it too much because it's going to take all of the juice out. The juice. And separate it. Let it drop. Let me get this other part. And I'm going to do 2 pumps on this side too. Yes, my crown is also unruly. Why do they do that? Why do they do that to us? We just have to spend a little bit more time up here. I have to massage it in a little bit longer. Run my thumb through. Squeeze it in to distribute. And then split it in half. Concentrate on this part. 1/2 at a time. So let's see. Sometimes what I do with the crown of my hair, because it gets fluffier and frizzier faster and easier, it's thinner, so I think that's why there's not as much clumping. Sometimes I work it forward and then I take it and drop it back. Or just work it on the side. But I think by working it forward, it allows me better reach, like it doesn't feel as awkward. And I'm able to manage all of those clumps, just clump them together. See, that flung up and turned wonky. So I'm just gonna grab it and reposition it. So now we're done with the back. Going to the front. This side, I'm gonna use 2 full pumps of moisturizer. Kathy says, how long does your wash and go last? So that's a great question. My wash and go could last as long as I allow it. That's the initial answer. But so when you say that, If you're asking how long do the curls stay defined, I've never had it go longer than, I take that back. I have had a wash and go longer than 7 days before. But I'm really big on repurposing my styles. So I've never really had a wash and go in its original state for 7 days, because if it starts looking a certain way, I'm gonna just repurpose it and do something different. Like I'm gonna add flexi rods into my wash and go to make it fluffy if I can't wash. Or I'm gonna add bantu knots into my wash and go to change up the style. And when I do that, I have used the refresher spray to spray in my hands and to rub in that hair section before adding the foam rod or the bantu knot. And I've also used mousse. And I've used curl cream too. So my sets last a long time, especially when you're not manipulating it a lot. If I'm adding a scarf on my hair every night with the wash and go and not doing too much, it can last a couple of weeks. But I don't let it go that long because we're on a mission. How long does it stay moisturized? So that is a good question. And I think that's really the question behind how long does your wash and go last. So it can stay moisturized for, I'll say, before I start feeling something. Now, first I'll say it really depends on the combination, but I will say 6 days. Now, but when I use like the leave-in conditioner, that leaves, the strawberry hibiscus leave-in conditioner, that leaves my hair feeling so soft. It's crazy. I really think that can last for 7 days and feel moisturized with no problem at all. With no problem. I have not let it go that long, but I think it can last that long. But I will also say when I use products, when I don't use gel, the moisture lasts longer. When I don't use mousse, the moisture lasts longer. So if I'm using just a leave-in or just a curl cream, it stays moisturized longer. When I use gel, I can go maybe 6 days while it stays, kind of moisturized. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if you've ever used the Dew, but I have used the Dew Big Papa Gel. I think I can wear that for a month. I haven't, and I wouldn't, but I just say that to say my hair always feels so silky soft and moisturized when I use that. And the way that I can tell that my hair is moisturized, like if I just put my fingers in my hair, because sometimes I play in it, and I can't snap, I know my hair is moisturized because it don't feel greasy, but there's a bit of a slip from something on my fingers. If there's some type of coating on my fingers after I touch my hair, I know that it is still moisturized. That's the way that I can tell. That's the way that I do tell. Wow, that's great. My moisture lasts 3 days, then I have to refresh. So, your moisture lasting 3 days and then you have to refresh. Is that when you're using gel too? I think you have. But what about when you don't use gel? If you're just using like the leave-in, or if you're just using a cream? do you find that it lasts longer if you're just using a cream? And you know what I think contributes to that being the case for Janae? My hair is coily. It holds on to stuff. Once I get it in there, it coils up and it's hard to get it out. Imagine this. Here's a visual for you. If you took a Slinky and you dipped it in some cream or pudding, whatever, and pulled it out, it's going to hold on to that pudding in between those coils, in between those layers. And you're going to have to do a little bit more to get all of that out of there. Versus if you have hair that doesn't have as much of a wave pattern, it doesn't coil as much. I think Janae holds on to it because she's so coily. Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But she really does hold on to certain things longer and better. If there's a gel involved, usually not so much. If there's a mousse involved, still not so much. Yes, I find gel and mousse dries curls faster. Yeah, me too. I tried it and I love it. You tried the leave-in by itself? If I don't use gel or mousse, it lasts 5 days. Yes. Gotcha. You tried the leave-in by itself and the curl cream, is that what you're saying? I think that's what you mean. I love doing my wash and go this way with having one product all over so that it can marinate before I put the next product on there, because it really holds in the water as well. Like this, I'm gonna add some more gel to clump that back together. I'm seeing some frizz right here. The crown in the front of my hair has the most separation, the most frizz. Those areas I have to work at a little bit more. I love the dew, but I haven't tried the gel in that line. So I'm thinking they may have more than one gel or something, because I have used Big Papa, and that's the only thing I've used, actually. It's the only thing I've used in the line. But I think they have another gel, right? I actually saw Coach Tammy do a video, and she used the dew, but she said it was base gel. And I'm just not sure if that's the same thing as Big Papa. But I also want to use the Mousse Def. I want to see if it's as moisturizing as the Big Papa. So I'm going to separate this so that I can focus on this section. My part's going to be over there, so these need to go over here. There's a gap Kathy says, oh, the dew. You've tried the dew. That's what you were referring to. Gotcha. I think I might need a little bit more gel on this front. Miss Kathy, you have lasted with me for my entire take your time, wash and go. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And thank you for coming in to hang out with us too. Faithfully, Melanie. This last piece is coming this way. This is coming this way. Why does this keep snagging? Yay. It is finished. So being able to place my curls where I want is another reason why I said I like to wear these gloves. And Miss Kathy, I'll post a link for these gloves if you're interested in these, because I love them. They're lighter and give me a good slip. I think I need to. We are all ready for Easter. For Resurrection Sunday. Okay, I think. Do you ever add a clip in your hair before sitting under the dryer? I'm going to be sitting under the hooded dryer. Sometimes I want to add a clip, but usually I don't add it because I don't want the indentation from the clip. And I usually end up getting whatever part I want from my nighttime routine and whatever scarf I'm wearing. So having this three-way mirror is a game changer. So I can sit here and play all day, but let's go to the bottom. Kathy says beautiful. Thank you. I like it. And I know it's going to have a firmer hold than, what I've worn over the last couple of days, but I'm gonna just take some of my growth serum and massage it in and scrunch it so that some of that cast can be broken. And my scarf at night breaks a lot of the cast too. So yeah. Yay! Thanks for joining me on this live wash and go, the last wash and go for March. I'm excited going into April with the style refresh that I'm gonna do. And just look at what we have here. Oh, I can't see it too well, but if I put these on, I can probably see it better. No, I still can't see it because these are wet. I'm going to sit under the hooded dryer. I'll probably be under there for about 45 minutes, and then at that time I'll see what my roots feel like. And if my roots still feel a little bit damp, I may do some diffusing yeah, after that. But if I start working on a computer project, I don't know, I may just stay under the hooded dryer. But that's my default. That's my setting method of choice, is using my hooded dryer, because I do enough arm workout just by adding the products. So all is well. Have a great weekend. Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Sunday tomorrow. Bye.